Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I wanted to do a update you on how week 4 went for One Book July and kind of give you a final flip through of everything now that July is over. I was really happy with how everything turned out. I did not get everything done that I wanted, but focusing on my habits really did bring home some things that I need to work on, and I had some successes that I have not had in the past, so I was pretty happy with that. So just to recap, I was using the Cultivate What Matters 2021 PowerSheets Goal Planner as my one book, and then this is Baby, or Planner Prime. It has the Sumkin weekly calendar in it that I use for the full year, and it is just a weekly view that is kind of like an extended version of Hobonichi Weeks, and I use the bullet journal method in this. And then I have the Hobonichi Cousin Avec. This is the July through December book, and I choose to use the Cousin Avec because I like having a new book every 6 months. And that way, if, my dear sweet cat spills coffee on it, then I know that in a few months I'll be able to get a new one. So we will go ahead and dive into the Cultivate What Matters. And I have set up August already. So this is how July started, and I just want to make sure you guys are in frame there. So my prepare well was getting my lower back block, a colposcopy done. I did not get SIF into the vet to get fixed, but that was kind of just an early warning for me to make sure that I do that. Greg's 52nd birthday, we had 2 different couples massages. I visited the park Evermore with friends. I had 2 paid days off during the month, and we had more adventure dates. I did my cognitive study and brain MRI. We had work changes, and today is August 5th, and we've had work changes yet again. So it has been kind of a roller coaster ride. Getting back out into public more, then what I'm hopeful that will happen is that I can get my good habits back on track, that I can ride out the rest of the year with no soda. So far, so good. And that everything stays good with my fur babies. This is how the month kind of ended up, how it looked with everything. And for the most part, I was in the office Mondays and Wednesdays for this month. And this is my tending list. Just double checking the spot there. My main focuses were on nutrition, movement, sleep, and water, and reestablishing good habits and routines. My closet cleanup, I'm moving forward. My bathroom deep clean and reorganization got moved forward. My bathroom, even though I did start on it, I didn't get much done on it, and that's okay. I did get everything I needed to fix my bike. I just didn't get the chance to actually learn how to fix it yet. The tire has been flat, and it is a special type of tire, so I have to learn how to do that. Work on the backyard, yeah. With over 100 degree heat almost every day the month of July, I'm like, yeah, that's going to go until maybe September. We looked into ordering a new refrigerator. We have not ordered it yet, but we know what we want. I cleared out the main floor of clutter and started working on Christmas presents for the family. Now, some of these got added later, but that's quite all right. Adventure dates with Greg. All but that partial first week of July, we had adventure dates. I did do weekly self-care. I didn't update those 2. And I did vlog and blog for my channel. I did do videos. I still did not get my blog done. That's all right. Alternative exercise, which could have been in the form of stretching, of doing weightlifting, my TRX, all of that. Doing my stationary bike, that I have here in the house. That went pretty well. My meditation went pretty well, although that was active meditation. When I do my runs, I do active meditation. But as of August 1st, I actually started a meditation program, and I've been really enjoying that as well. Tracking my macros went really well, and I actually dropped over 6 pounds during the month. Journaling went well. Being in bed by 10:30, still got to work on that. And August, I'm trying to work on my sleep habits and get them back where I want them to be. My water intake was great. And for the most part, my clean eating was really good as well. Let me go ahead and flip this back over. So this is the month in review. And people that I'm grateful for and why. Greg, because he has really taken care of me this month and made sure I wasn't stressed out with all of my testing getting done. I'm down 6.6 pounds, so that's some of the good things this month. It has also been a positive month. Lots got done. 1 Big July has gone well, and it's got me back in the swing of things as far as using my planner, being accountable for my habits, and just basically getting back into a rhythm. What I read or listened to, I started Mindset by Carol Dweck, and I listened to more Tom Bilyeu and health theory and impact theory. He has a YouTube channel, which I really love. And I started getting more back into positive action and learning more about my health and all of that. Goals that are going well. Flooring estimates are done, and we will see where that goes. The happy home goal is going really well. I'm choosing grace over guilt about stepping back a little on my running. I've got to let my body heal to move forward, and that is even more apparent now. Favorite memories from this month. Sif coming into her own within the pack. She is not getting bullied, but she was so little compared to the two Maine Coons that, it's like they would just overwhelm her just trying to play. And now she's like jumping on them and being the instigator, and she's kind of holding her own, and that has made me happy. Meeting my great nephews and my niece for the first time and getting excited for the holidays. They moved here from Florida, and I had never gotten a chance to meet them face to face, and so doing that was very happy for me. Greg and I got out to the movies in person again for the first time in 15 months. We saw Black Widow, and tomorrow we're going to see Suicide Squad. And then letting go of stuff. Letting go of work stuff, letting go of things that don't suit me, letting go of actual physical things. That was a huge part of July as well. What I am saying no to: adrenal fatigue, other people's drama, sugar, and soda. What I am saying yes to: rest and healing my body, peaceful mind and balance, and finding better ways to eat. So that has all come to fruition because of 1 Book July. And I will just go ahead and jump into how July ended up in my planner. If I can get my book to shut. Okay. So this is the Zoomkin. July, I hit my goal of 11,000 steps, 25 out of 31 days. And all of these were due to my back issues, and I have no problems missing those 6 days. None at all. I still have to put in the rest of this week. I haven't gone back and put that in yet, mostly because I have lost my green pen and I need to find it. So, yeah. This is how the extra goals that I had in here was no sugar or sweet, or no soda or sweets. I'm cleaning something daily. Loves all around. All three of my cats and Greg and myself. Working on my 5-year Techo and my weeks updated. That was the worst. And I just wasn't in a rhythm, and Although I have now started back into my 5-year Techo as of August 1st. So, you know, those few months that I didn't get into it, that's just how it's going to be. But that's how that turned out. For some reason, I didn't do I know I didn't do the 31st was because I was from 8 a.m. to almost 9 p.m. I was doing my cognitive testing. So yeah, that would be why. So there's that. This is how July turned out in this. This is where I write all of my appointments and things like that I need to remember. And I have this so I can always reference it. And then I move them forward into my Hobonichi. So this is how July turned out. This is what August looks like so far. And let's get into how July worked in this. So this was the first week, and as I said, I use this as a bullet journal. I usually put my exercise and my lunch when I go to bed over here. And then this is how I use this as a bullet journal. I usually have my running to-do lists, what I've done in the garden, my Finding 52, things like that. This was week 1 of July. This was week 2. This was week 3. And this is week 4. And this is the end of July. So that's how that turned out. And so far, so good. August has been going pretty well for us. So I'm happy with that. Seems like that ink kind of got a little bit of a smudge, but I was like, what is that? But this is how I've got this week set up. And so far, so good. Then we will go back here. This is how July looked. I still have not done my review yet, just because I haven't had time to go in and write that out. But these are my 13 good things from the month, things that we watched this month, and most of my to-do list got taken care of. There's several things that need to get moved forward. So I always use the forward arrow for that. All of my appointments got done. These were the goals. And I started July at 256.8. I ended at 250.2. And I will show you where, let's see. This was my mileage for the month. I got 18 miles done the first week, 17.9 the second, 13.9 the third. The fourth was 14.9, and the fifth was 7. As you can see, it kind of declined because of my back issues, and August is probably not going to be any better. I don't get my actual ablation done until September 13th, so it's going to be a month and a half of waiting with pain. So there is that. This is how I've got August set up so far, and I am so far happy with it. Then we jump over to my Hobonichi, Cousin of Beck. And this is the appointments and things that I did for July. This is what I've got set up so far for August. And my next ablation there, different things here, and then the rest of the year. And then my future log is January through June, so I can put in anything that I schedule before I get into my 2022 Hobonichi. And this was blank, but I went in and I did my averages or my sleep from June because I hadn't actually put that into my phone. And because I use my Aura Ring and it doesn't update my Samsung Health, but I wanted to include that. So I went ahead and just wrote everything down here, and it was just very convenient to put it in my phone. This is where I use typically in a bullet journal, you list the 1 through 30 or 1 through 31 days, and you have like a line per day of what happened that day. That's what this is. And then over here is my Finding 52 for the week. My average sleep time for the month was 7 hours, 21 minutes per day. My average bedtime was 11:46, and I wanted it to be 10:30. So obviously you can tell I have a lot of work to do there. My average wake up time was 7:07 a.m. But I'm excited that I had this whole thing complete and I did it every day. This is this month so far. And then we'll get into the weekly. So this was the tail end, and there's nothing in June because that is in the previous book. So this is where July started. And down here at the bottom is where I usually put my gratitude, but if I miss it or I forget it, I don't usually go back and fill that in. My water trackers, sometimes I use those, sometimes I don't. What I have blocked out here is my eating window when I'm fasting. And then any work appointments that I do or things that I need to make sure I remember. So this is my actual schedule. Usually appears when I wake up, and this is how many miles I've done that day. This is the 19th through the 25th. Then this is the last week. So obviously I missed those 3 days, but that was Greg's birthday, then my cognitive study all day, and then Sunday I was just worn out. I was like, I was done. So done. And then this is this week, and this is today, or this is today. So that is pretty much how the weekly schedule looks. And then we're going to jump over to July's dailies. Again, this is where I would write my goals again. And this is how the July stats ended up. My average steps were 11,869 per day. And I hit my goal 25 out of 31 days. So that made me feel good. So these are the dailies. Some days I journal, some days I don't or didn't. And I always put my Aura Ring stats for the day because that kind of keeps my focus on my sleep. And I know I can look at how my day has gone previously if I have that in there. And then I usually put the weather at the bottom. But yeah. It went very well. I got into my planner a lot more than I did, the first half of the year. And that is what I love about One Book July. It's kind of a fresh start in a new book, and it keeps me, more focused. And then these are the last few days. This was Greg's birthday, and that was the last day after my cognitive study. And this is my setup for August. I moved forward the bathroom reorg and the closet cleanup. We're looking at the different fridge options. We're probably going to have to put in a new cabinet next to the fridge, getting new flooring, and then possibly plumbing for gas and water into the kitchen. I figured out my mileage for the end of the year to hit my 1,000 miles this year. As of 8/2, I had 460.60 miles to go. I had 151 days left and 22 weeks. So I need to do 3.05 miles per day, which is 20.93 miles. I average 21 miles per month or per week. I'm trying to. So if I hit it, great. If I don't, then I don't, and I'll adjust. But this is how the first few days of August have gone, and this is today. So all in all, that is my July and how it went for One Book July. I'm also happy to say that it has gotten me back into the Cultivate What Matters book. There were a couple of months in there I didn't even touch it. And so I am thankful that it did that as well. All in all, I really enjoy One Book July, and I always have a good time. I always have a good time doing the videos. And I always appreciate all of the helpful hints and things like that that I learned from other people's videos as well. So if you did One Book July, let me know down below and let me know how it went, because I am very curious. But otherwise, I hope you guys had a great month and that you are doing well in in August so far. Have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.